So I am making the coconut soap. Now I'm starting off with the lye solution. I've already measured out my water and I have my lye measured out. You notice how I have my gloves on, safety first. I should be outside doing this, but it's kind of spitting outside, so that's why I'm doing it inside. Make sure you stand away from it. And sorry everybody, my nose is running. I don't even know why. And always, 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 always add your lye to the water. Make sure your water is cold when you start out. Make sure you stand back. Do this in a well-ventilated room. Make sure that you don't have children under your feet, or dogs, or pets, or, you know, even husbands. They get under your feet sometimes too. Carefully dissolve the lye. Make sure not to breathe in these fumes, because these fumes are very, very dangerous. Just very carefully stir it until it's dissolved. It heats up very fast. If I wasn't making soap, I would actually just pour this right down my one drain, because my one drain needs to be cleaned out. I'll do that later. Yes, you just buy lye from a hardware store. You notice how I'm not stirring it, I'm not making any splashes. And there we go. The lye is now mixed with the water. Now I'm just going to set this aside because I still have to measure out my coconut oil. So I will bring you right back when I have that done. I said I was going to bring you back, but you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Now I'm going to insert a picture of the recipe I'm using, so that way you guys can either pause it or write it down. I don't know, whatever you guys do. Oh, I didn't zero it out. See, that's what happens when you get talking and you're doing things. There we go. Okay, yes, so I'm going to insert a photo of the recipe I'm using. It makes 1 pound of soap. And like I said, you do not use this to wash your body. This is strictly for laundry. Like, I'm going to be making bar soaps this time, so in this way when I'm washing socks, or if I have, yuck. That's how warm it is here. Just for when I'm washing socks, or I have some towels I need to clean, I can just hand wash them using this bar soap. It works wonderful on getting stains out. And these are the only two things I need for this recipe, is coconut soap or coconut oil and lye. Now if you want to add smell to it, you would add an essential oil to it. There is a measurement. I think it's actually on the recipe. I'm not sure because I never add any smells to it. Oh, okay. I just use it plain Jane. Smells like coconut, smells clean, smells fresh. Here we go. Okay. So I've got 1 pound of coconut oil, and this is just, what is it? What do I use? Ideal for cooking. I don't know. It's just plain old coconut oil. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. Plain old coconut oil. I buy it from Costco. Doesn't cost very much. Put that away. Okay, also I'll show you guys. I don't do this professionally. I have a little cake pan that I use I have a bread bag. That's what it's a little freezer bag, I think, that I just put in there and I line it. Nice and easy. Okay, so I am just going to melt my coconut oil a little bit and I'll be right back. So I'm trying to make it so you guys can really see what I'm doing here. And this is going to get loud. I apologize because I'm using my immersion blender. I'm not sure if I have you guys kind of in the right position. Might need to. Whoop. Yeah. Zoom you out a little bit. Okay. So coconut oil is now melted. Now I don't wait for it proper temperatures because again this is just for laundry soap. I'm not using it to wash my body or anything. I'm slowly adding it. You don't want to spill the lye on yourself because it will burn you, and if you do, wash off with cold water. Don't use vinegar. My goodness gracious, don't. I did that. It hurt. It hurt so bad. Okay, now what I'm going to actually do when I'm running the immersion blender, I will cut the sound so you don't have to listen to it because it is pretty loud. But I'll try and make sure you can always see what I'm doing. So you can see the trace of it. Now I don't know if I'm getting the right trace or not. But again, it's for laundry soap. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be pretty. It's just to clean your clothing. Now if you're like me, you're just going to grate it. But this time I'm going to leave it as bars. So now I have everything all nicely stirred in there. Let me check, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Zoom you in a little bit. I think that's a little better. Okay. I gotta get one of the smaller tripods so in that way I can just have it up on my counter. I don't have a small tripod, I only have a big one. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the sound now, and you guys are just gonna hopefully see this turn into soap. See, the color's changed, but it's still pretty thin. To get thicker. Okay, now as you can see here, it's at a very light trace. I think this is a point where you would put your essential oils in for smell. I'm not really positive on that because, like I said, I don't use it. But I'm still going because I want a thick trace. Almost where I like it. That's pretty much where right there. Now you still want to be careful with this because that lye is still active. I'm just gonna set this over here for now. First I'm gonna get all that soap off. Can't waste it. Now you can do this with the hand mixer. I think it's just called a hand mixer. You can also do this by hand whipping it. I personally would not want to because you'd be here forever. I have seen people doing this in their stand mixers as well. You know, however you want to do it. You don't need an immersion blender, it just makes it much nicer. Now, you can see that? Yep. Okay, so we just pour that lovely mixture in there, and it's still very nice and warm. And I'm sorry, people, I need to do this. Okay. Get it all in there. Oops, I missed some, because we don't want to miss any of this, right? That's all good stuff there. So we're going to give this a little shake-a-boo. A little tap-a-boo to make sure we get all the air out of it. And there we go. We're just going to leave that and let it dry. Now, you can either, sorry, I'm having a moment. Now, you can either leave it like this and let it get nice and hard. So tomorrow, like the day after you do it, you would want to grate it. Just if you're doing laundry soap, just grate it on up. And if you're doing what I'm doing, I'm going to cut this into bar soaps. I'm going to probably, once this has gotten cool, like probably in about 6 hours or so, I'll cut it into blocks, like into blocks, bars, soap bars. And then I'll put them onto a cookie sheet, or a cooling rack, sorry, let them cool completely, and you have to let them sit for 6 weeks to let them fully cure out. But if you're grating it, you can use it that same day. But yes. There you go. Homemade coconut soap, great for your laundry. I hope everybody enjoys, and I hope this answers all the questions for the soap. If not, please leave me some comments down below and I'll get back to them. Thanks. Bye.